Hi everyone, welcome to Project Sunrise Cycling. My name's Rahul. Now, 3 months ago, I took a break from Instagram and I wanted to share with you exactly why I did and what I've learned. Roll VT. You know exactly what I'm going to say here. You set up an Instagram account, you found that people are interested in your content, you start getting some likes, quite a few views on your reels, you maybe get the odd product sent your way, and before long you think, wow, people are interested in me. And actually, you know what? For me, Instagram was great at the start. It was a great way of connecting with people that shared a similar passion with cycling. And it was great for me to understand more about road cycling, a sport that I'd got into in 2020 in lockdown one. And I learned a lot from other people. Before I knew it, I was connecting with people from different walks of life that I would never have connected with, in life before Instagram. Which was great, and a big part of Instagram for me was the fact that nobody really knew me. Many of my friends in real life just didn't know about my Instagram account. It was pure escapism for me, an opportunity to be whoever I wanted to be. And I think if you fast forward a couple of years to December 2022, and I was really finding that everything I was putting on Instagram was to try and satisfy an algorithm or to satisfy a kind of a precedent that I'd set myself in terms of posting every single day, posting numerous stories, making reels every day, and I couldn't maintain that, and very quickly, I was struggling for content. I was going out of my way to film stuff that was really so far removed from why I'd set the page up in the first place. And for me, that escapism just forced me to reflect on what was important for me. It was an escapism that was distraction from my reality. My reality is a busy home life, a busy job, and a young family. And when I started to put that into perspective, my prioritization of things that are important to me are the health and happiness of my children, my wife, myself, mental health and physical health, my job, because I have to work and I have to do a good job and I want to. And Instagram was so low on the priorities that it was kind of absurd that I was putting that much effort into it. And it was a really simple way of me reprioritizing. And at the start of December, about 3 months ago, I just deleted the app from my phone. I made a conscious effort to not go on the platform. And really, that was the case for about a month. And in January, I probably reinstalled the app, but I never engaged with anything. I never posted. The only thing I did do was check my DMs, of which there may be a couple in there on a weekly basis. And, I'd spend a couple of minutes just connecting with people that had made an effort to stay in touch. And I really, really appreciated that. And, fast forward to now, I don't see myself ever going back to where I was at the start of December. I'm very clear about my priorities in life. It allowed me to be more present, so that escapism of Instagram was taken away from my reality, which was my home life. And how many times are the kids playing in the background when I was scrolling or I was liking or I was commenting on something that I couldn't give a damn about, and for me, that was what Instagram had become. It had lured me into this unreal kind of effort of having to like and post and comment on stuff that I just wasn't interested in, because it had set such a high bar of the amount of activity that I thought I needed to give it in order to be successful on Instagram. So as a consequence, not having Instagram has allowed me just to be in the moment more, enjoy my kids playing, being around, saying, you know what, yeah, we'll play with you, rather than, no, I'm scrolling. And that's been quite liberating too. And the final bit I'd say is that, the minute you think that you have a following and that your opinion counts for something, and companies start sending you free products, and you think you're an influencer, it's probably the time when you're actually the one being influenced. And I don't mean that of every company. I've worked with some great companies Velotool being one of them. But you know, let's be honest about that. Those companies are sending you free stuff because they want free marketing, and you know, they want to grow their business, whether that's in an ethical way or an unethical way. But if it is, you know, time and effort and taking your page in a direction and making you do things that you wouldn't do without those pressures, then you have to question whether it's really why you set the page up and whether it's a priority for you. Now, my account is not a huge account, but you know, for me, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't warranting the amount of effort for a few free products, and you know, that's the reality of it. My time is more valuable with my children, with my own mental health, and with my own physical health. And so the final thing is that, you know, I've been able to fall back in love with exercise. I've always cycled, I've always lifted weights, and you know, I've been in a great routine of that because I don't feel the pressure to take pictures and I don't feel the pressure to ride a certain distance. I'm doing it because I love it, and I don't care what anyone else thinks, and I don't have to make it look great all the time, you know, for the gram. And that's again been very, very liberating. So, you know, there's a few learns from Instagram. Will I use the platform moving forwards? I probably will, but I have to be really clear about how I allow myself to do that. I have to keep it in perspective in terms of where it ranks in the priorities. And you know, when I cycle and the warmer weather is coming around in the UK, and I probably will ride my bike a bit more, but the pictures and the videos have to be secondary to the enjoyment of the ride. You know, I can't be stopping every 2 minutes to think, wow, that's a great picture opportunity. So I have to be really clear. Will I post once a week, once a month? I don't know yet. But, you know, the great thing about Instagram always was the people and the community, and for me to walk away from that would be very difficult. So I'd like to just be, you know, a bit more considered about how I use the platform. So I just want to kind of wrap up, and you know, that was probably quite a ramble, but hopefully people can relate to it. If you're watching the video and you think, yeah, that was useful, I can relate to it, I do want to take a break from it, then drop a comment, get in touch and let me know what you're thinking. If you've tried it before and you've struggled maybe, then hopefully some of the things that I've shared can help you with that. I think what I'd say to you is that Instagram has to work for you, or Facebook, or any social media channel. It has to work for you. Be really clear about why you're using the channel, and be really clear about what you want to get out of it, and put your social media into perspective in all the other things that you do in your life as well, and give it the same amount of energy to how it ranks in the priorities. Thanks so much for watching the video. Who knows what the future will hold for this channel, but if you like that video, then please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and feel free to check out some of my other videos. That's all for now. Take care.